Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking Loqueesha. Now, tell them about Loqueesha.
Loqueesha is a movie about a white man who's pretending to be a black woman in order to get a job on radio, where they're looking for a black woman radio host.
All right. So
and of course, the show becomes successful when he lands the job, even though he's a white man.
So let's play a snippet of the trailer right fast.
Loqueesha.
She's brilliant.
I know.
Get her in here.
Loqueesha gonna be the biggest thing in radio, but I still need my anonymity. You live with Loqueesha. What's your problem?
Hi, Loqueesha. It's free.
Oh, I ain't talking to you, not the way you sound. Next caller.
You go, girl.
You just be good to her. If you good to yourself, you can be good to others. But don't be too good because the police will come around.
Loqueesha is a real role model for every African-American woman on this planet.
I think I might be a black woman trapped in a white man's body.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What are your thoughts? Let's start with you. You're a black woman.
Yeah, I thought it was very offensive that he tried to, first of all, it sounds like a stereotypical what a white person thinks a black woman sounds like. And then the name Loqueesha is that it just feels very like stereotyping what a black woman is. And it's already hard enough for black women to get these positions and these jobs. So the fact that you make a movie about a white man getting this job because he can't get it because he's a white man is kind of like, you know, we have some type of affirmative action going on. Like, let us have a job that is very few and far between for us.
But people would say it's a movie, and, you know, they did it in White Chicks where Marlon and Damon played, they were black men that played white chicks.
I think that's the exact opposite of what this is.
Yeah, well, Charlamagne, what do you think?
Well, I mean, here's the problem. The problem is there's not a black woman behind this, all right? That white guy, what's his name that did this?
Jeremy Seville.
Jeremy Seville should have went to one of his black female comedian friends and let her be the face of this. You know, if he did that, I don't think it would be an issue because there's an unwritten rule that the oppressor can't make films like this about the oppressed, but the oppressed can do that to the oppressors, and that's just the way it is. But I think that, you know, people got to stop being offended by fictional worlds. Like, it's a movie, it's entertainment. Like, I grew up on people pretending to be other people all the time, and Living Color made fun of everybody. Dave Chappelle made fun of everybody. You got white chicks. Remember Joanna Man, where he pretended to be a woman NBA player? We would have never gotten Shanae or Wanda in this generation. You telling me Shanae and Wanda were positive depictions of black women?
I just find this is what a white man thinks a black woman sounds and, you know, looks like and what her name should be. But there is a black comedian from the movie who is defending the movie, and here is what he has to say.
If anyone's offended, I'm very sorry, but I wasn't trying to make anything that's a mockery. And in fact, I don't think the trailer does the movie any justice. I don't think any of the black people that worked on it thought we were making a mockery. I think we're, at least for myself, well-versed in our plight and our history and all of that. This is a comedy. It's a story about one guy who does the wrong thing for the right reasons, and ultimately he pays the price. I think you kind of have to withhold judgment until you see the movie.
All right, well, let's go to the phone lines. 800-585-1051. We have Elvis on the line. Elvis, good morning.
Hey, good morning. What's up?
What do you think about, what are your thoughts on the movie?
I think it's great. I think it's a great idea. I think it's the best idea since White Chicks. You remember White Chicks?
Oh, my God.
White Chicks was good. I'm not going to fret. This movie sounds like a dope idea. Y'all tripping.
Well, he actually did. The writer and director did and the guy who started it did actually tag Marlon Wayans and say, Loqueesha, meet White Chicks. And Marlon said, please stop tagging me in this BS.
It's the same thing, though.
Well, Marlon doesn't seem to think so.
But, you know,
I mean, listen, white women could have been offended by white chicks. White women could have been like, we don't act like that. That's stereotypical. They could have did the same exact thing.
Yeah, we're just always oppressed and, you know, always marginalized. But, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. Like I said, it's an unwritten rule. It's an unwritten rule that the oppressed can't. I mean, the oppressor can't do that to the oppressed, but the oppressed can do that to the oppressor. This is the way it is.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, my name is Janice.
Hey, Janice, what are your thoughts on Loqueesha?
I think it's offensive. Like, number one, like, just the name alone, like, that's the name he chose to, you know, like that's the first thing he thought of when he thought of a black woman. And then I think you can't compare it to White Chicks because in White Chicks, it was they were studying two Pacific white girls that they had to, like, you know what I mean, pretend to be. He decided to become a black woman and
a caricature.
Hold on, y'all have not even seen the movie yet, because guess what? We do radio, and when we first started doing radio, what's the first? Who they tell you that we talking to? Tell me, Angela and Envy. Come on now. Who did these consultants and stuff tell us we talking to? Shaniqua from Newark. who got 2 kids, okay, watches Love and Hip Hop all damn day. So we don't know if in this movie this guy was talking to a radio consultant who told him the same thing.
Yeah, but that's not the only type of black.
Yeah, nobody want to talk. Boy, y'all some suckers.
So wait a second. I think from what we saw in the trailer, it looks like he didn't get this job when he applied as a white man, so he decided to disguise his voice as a black woman, makes up the name Loqueesha. That's what it looks like from the trailer.
But we haven't seen the movie. It's a trailer.
But we're basing it off of what we know.
But in the movie, no, come on, man. That's a small. That's
what
small.
we saw.
Thank you, Janae. See, I don't know, right? See, I've been thinking
Y'all
about
still ain't
this.
answer the question about who they tell us we're talking to on this radio.
They tell us we're talking to 18 to 34-year-old African-American woman. Is the
name Shaniqua from Newark.
I don't know
with
if it's
2
the name.
I don't
kids who
remember
watches
the name
Love and Hip Hop.
Shaniqua.
I don't know if the name's
please.
Shaniqua, but they're definitely from either Newark or Brooklyn. That's when we was only
They watch Love and Hip Hop all the time.
That's when we was only in New York. You know that was 9 years ago we did that.
I'm just saying.
We syndicated now. So
I'm just saying.
That doesn't no longer apply to what we're talking about.
I
But-
think there's a difference between a white man pretending to sound and talk like a black woman than knowing who your audience is.
Were you ever offended by Shanae and Wanda when Martin used to do Shanae? Or
Well,
Jamie
no,
Foxx
because he
used to do
really is
Wanda?
a black man that actually created those characters.
But he's
so I
making
think it's
fun,
a little
but
different.
it's still a stereotype of black women.
From what I've seen and from what I know about this, I think it's just different to see a white man pretending to be a black woman than it is to see a black man doing what he did. And also, Martin's a comedian.
How do we know this guy's not a comedian?
All right, well, let's open up the phone line.
Never heard of it.
800-585-1051. See, I'm torn because I do feel it's disrespectful, and it's like it makes fun of our culture and fun of our black queens, but also it's jokes. Like, we all have jokes. Like, in Living Color was jokes. We made fun of everybody in Living Color. They made fun of gay people. They made fun of black people. They made fun of white people. It was funny then, but is it too sensitive now where we can't laugh? I don't know.
I think he should have had a black woman.
I think if it was
this whole thing,
but
He
and
should
I
have had a
think
black
I
woman
think
be
that
the
this just
executive
sounds like
producer.
such a mockery of what it is to be a black woman.
That's true too. Does that make it better if it was a black woman there? It's still making a mockery of a black woman. Well, 800.
I'm a black woman radio host. Do I need to be named Loqueesha and talk like that?
Well, let's go to the phone. Well, hold on, Charlamagne. We got Coco on the line.
Okay.
Coco.
No, this is Devin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Devin.
What are you saying, Devin?
I said I don't understand why people is mad because it sounds just like that movie Sorry to Bother You with the black
didn't see
dude
that.
from Get Out.
No, not really. Because Sorry to Bother You was about the black guy adopting the white voice to sell more as a telemarketer. I guess.
Yeah, but it's pretty much the same premise.
I ain't gonna lie. When I did Telemark, you know, I definitely had my white voice on. Hi,
Yeah.
this is Sean from Pelco Fuel. How you doing today, sir?
Exactly.
Awesome.
I had that voice.
Yeah.
It's just really different because if you were to say as a white person, right, if you wanted a job in telemarketing as a white man, could you be like, hey, my name's Loqueesha, I'm trying to get this job? Then what would happen in real life?
Nah, absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't know about that
So
one.
it's kind of the opposite.
Hello, who's this?
My name is Keith.
Keith, what's up, man? We're talking about Loqueesha. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Man, I don't have no problem with that, man. They just really did. Wasn't Black Klansman was like kind of like that same concept, like well, homeboy was trying to change up his voice to be a white person to catch somebody or whatever. It's like that same scenario, right?
I never saw Black
Like
Klansman.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Klansman was good, man. That was a good movie. But
I
they
know.
just had a recent movie like that same scenario. Charlamagne was right too. White chicks. They had mad other stuff.
Joanna Man.
Would you have a problem if after seeing this movie, white men went around talking like they were Loqueesha?
No, we do the same thing to them all the time.
But it's a.
I wouldn't want a white person to come up to me and be like, "Hey, sister girl." I hate when people do that.
They do that now. Hey, you ever? Hey,
and it's
sister
offensive.
girl,
It's offensive now.
You ever seen Empire? Listen, the problem is there's an unwritten rule that the oppressor can't make films, about the oppressed, but the oppressed can do that to the oppressors. That's just the way it is. Whether it's a man doing that to a woman, a straight person doing that to a gay person, a white person doing that to a black person, like you just it never looks good.
Do you think a white man can know what it's like to be a black woman?
No,
and accurately portray that.
I'm sure that's the whole point of the movie. I'm sure by the end of this movie, his whole spot gets blown up. I'm sure by the end of this movie, his whole spot gets blown up.
Mike.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, what's up, bro? What are your thoughts on Loqueesha?
All right, I got 3 points. First of all, when I saw this thing, I'm like, this movie, what is it, made in 1985? I couldn't believe that someone put this out in 2019. One of my biggest disappointments was when you see the black in the movie. I can't believe any of them read the script and showed up for this casting. Believe that they would endorse something like this. I think that was a huge problem. But honestly, the biggest plot hole is how many black women named Loqueesha are getting hired without a face-to-face interview.
Right, that doesn't happen ever.
We haven't seen the movie.
Well, that's what happens in the movie. He doesn't have a face-to-face interview. That's why he got hired. because they didn't know he was a white man.
Well, listen, I'm not about to sit here and try to figure out a fictional movie. It's
No,
clearly a movie.
that's part of the plot, is that he gets hired without them seeing him.
But I'm
because
saying
he pretends-
it's a movie. I'm not going to pick apart a movie. Like we know it's for entertainment purposes. We know it's fictional.
Hello, who's this?
This is Micah.
Micah, what's up, bro? What are your thoughts, man?
Well, I want to see people keep that same energy when it comes to other movies. If they're going to be disgusted at something like this, you can't watch like The Black Klansman or White Chicks or something like that. When it's, for one, it's a comedy, so ain't nothing serious about it. And two, it's a movie. You can't take something that serious.
Yeah, nobody defends black women.
It don't have nothing to do with that. This is a movie. Like you remember that old movie? Remember that old movie in '96 with Whoopi Goldberg called The Associate? We've seen Eddie Murphy play white people. Like, listen, the problem with this whole thing is they should have had a black woman behind it. It should have been a black woman executive producer. It should have been a black women writing on it. Like, that's the biggest issue here to me, is that this white guy is at the forefront of this. If they would have had a black woman attached to this, it wouldn't even be an issue.
Yeah, that's whack.
It's
So
just
you
so
can
hard
disrespect
for-
the black woman, but you give a black woman some coin and then make it seem okay? Nah, it's more than just having a black woman behind.
Who says it's disrespect? It's a movie.
If black women are finding it disrespectful and don't like it, then it's disrespectful. I'm not a black woman, so I can't sit here and tell you how it makes me feel.
I mean, some people are okay with this, some people aren't. Would I go see this movie? No.
We shouldn't air no more reruns of In Living Color. We shouldn't air no more reruns of Chappelle Show. We shouldn't air no more White Chicks, no more Joanna Man. We shouldn't air no more Martin because he did Shanae. Like, what are we talking about here?
I just think it's a lot harder. It's not as easy as saying, for us as a black woman, it's not very often I'm like, hey, we're looking to hire a black woman who is sassy, opinionated to take this job. And then a white man who makes up a name like Loqueesha and then starts talking in what he considers to be a black woman sassy rhetoric comes and gets a job is weird to me. That's all. But to me, it's weird.
All right, guys. What's the moral of this story?
I wasn't cracking up when I seen it. Sorry.
The moral of the story is y'all promoted the hell out of this white man's movie. My God, he's going to kill at the box office or Netflix or wherever the hell this is coming out
I
on.
doubt it.
Yeah, you crazy. This movie about to pop. It's about to pop right now.
My goodness. All right. Well, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, let's talk about, hey, you mentioned Whoopi Goldberg. Well, she has a new venture that she's working on, and we'll tell you what it is. It's about inclusivity.
All right. We'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.